Front row approaching the Earnhardt Technology start zone. The mining construction green flag is out and we are underway here at the Whynot Motorsports Park.
And we've already got sparks flying down the front straightaway. Look at Putnam on the outside in the 212 car as he is working high, wide, and handsome off of turn 4. He'll lead lap 1.
Brandon Overton on the outside, already up to third. He'll dip down to the middle. Ashton Winger, how about 3 wide for second momentarily as Overton will hang on through the middle. Loudy will hang on to second on the outside. Overton will take a peek once again, pull up alongside Loudy. Loudy will hang on to second at the line.
Josh Putnam already out to a 1.5 second lead over Cade Loudy in the 126 car. Brandon Overton battling with Ashton Winger. They're side by side off of turn 4. And it's Overton in third, Winger in fourth. Rick Rickman holds down the 5th spot.
Ravishing Rick Rickman right now sitting in the 5th place spot right now down the back straightaway. He's got Hedgecock and Joyner directly behind him, almost 3 wide for top 5. It'll be Rickman on the outside, Joyner through the middle. Rickman hangs on.
And it's Josh Putnam as he has found some speed in the 212 car. He's now opened his lead up to 2.271 seconds over the second place driver, Cade Loudy. Loudy with about an 0.8 of a second advantage over Brandon Overton in third.
Single file towards the front of the field, but about 5th on back. They're about 3-4 wide sometimes, throwing haymakers down the back straightaway. There you see Joyner on your screen. Here comes Ethan Dotson, already up 4 spots, looking for 6th over Joyner now.
He's battling with Corey Hedgecock in car number 23. Hedgecock tries to pull the slider. He'll slide up in front of him. It is the 2X. As he will throw his slider in turn number 3 with the crossover. Here comes Hedgecock crossing over on Dotson in the 2X into turn number 1. It's Slide Job City out here at the House of Hook.
Josh Putnam approaching the tail end of lap traffic, just about a half a straightaway lead, and that'll be Hatchet Hanger directly in front of him as Putnam will try to work through the tail end to try to sift through this field.
He took a 2.5 second lead into that lap traffic. Now it's going to be Cade Loudy, Brandon Overton, Ashton Winger, and Rick Rickman trying to reel in the leader as they come off of turn 4. Boy, Rickman got into it there with Dotson in the 2 cars. They came off of 4.
Putnam really trying to get around the 49 of Maury. They dropped a half a second the last time by. This time by, it's 1.4, so another half second coming off the board. And they're 3 wide for second down the back straightaway.
We got the double box on the screen. There you see 3 wide now. Coming off at turn 4, the battle for second. It's Cade Loudy working the outside. He'll take the inside now. Overton to the outside. Winger will try to cross over off of 2 down the back straightaway. It's Overton by 2 car lengths. Winger drives it in hard down on the bottom. He can't make the move on Overton as we are getting set up. Overton down on the bottom of Winger. He'll try to throw the slider on Loudy off at 2. New second place driver, Brandon Overton.
Brandon Overton has now found his way up to second. Can he run down your race leader, Josh Putnam, who's in heavy lap traffic towards the tail end of the field? Meanwhile, Ethan Dotson has moved himself up to 4th, and I do believe Joseph Dotson into 5th. Joyner back there at 6th as they're throwing haymakers 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Loudy and Winger going at it right now.
There's haymakers being thrown all around the House of Hook right now. Josh Putnam's 2.5 second lead is now down to 1.6 seconds as Brandon Overton trying to reel the leader in heavy lap traffic.
Only 2 cars right now. 2 lap cars in between first and second. Overton trying to clear down the back straightaway. He'll get 1. He'll have Hanger right in front of him as Ethan Dotson challenging for 4th now over Cade Loudy. Ethan Dotson is working his way through the field. He'll throw it into turn number 1. Ethan Dotson up to 4th.
And Cade Loudy will try to cross over, but it's Dotson with the better bite. Dotson up 8 spots now as he climbs up into 4th in the 2X car. It's still Brandon Overton trying to reel in the race leader, Josh Putnam, 1.423 seconds.
Overton, he is right there now. No lap cars between first and second. Can he run down Josh Putnam? The lead is 1.04 at the line. Overton is there. Can he run down Josh Putnam now?
Josh Putnam dives into turn 3. Here comes Big Sexy down on the bottom. They'll race off at turn number 4. Putnam out front. He's got some heavy lap traffic in front of him. Here comes your battle for second. Up on the outside, Ashton Winger. He sees Overton trying to work the bottom. Winger will take the high side. It'll be Overton sliding up in front of Winger, as now he's got to fend off Winger as they both try to chase down Josh Putnam off at 2. Putnam just tapped the wall in turn 2. Here comes Overton and Winger. Winger dives hard into 3.
What a slider by Winger up to second. These drivers 1, 2, and 3 all right there together. Make that 1, 2, 3, and 4 because Ethan Dotson trying to join the picture. Down the back straightaway, Overton. He'll pull back ahead up front of Winger. Dotson right there with a 1, 2, 3, and 4 right there on the same straightaway now.
You are about to see a 4-car slider fest developing right in front of your eyes as they work off the 2. Down the back straightaway they go. It'll be Overton to the bottom. It's Putnam trying to work his way through lap traffic, and here comes Winger on the outside.
Almost 3 wide for the lead. Overton looks for it down the back straightaway. He'll pull ahead of Putnam. Putnam will keep momentum on the outside, side by side, coming to the line for the race lead. Putnam hangs on.
Overton trying to set up and use that lap car as a pick as he dives for the bottom in turn number 1. Can he slide up in front of the 212? Yes, he can. New leader, Brandon Overton. He's got to make it official and get back to the start-finish line. Here comes Winger trying to plow his way past the 212 in turn 1. They're 3 wide for the lead off of 2.
Josh Putnam's Ashton Winger. Now here comes Ethan Dotson, just about 4 wide for the lead. 3 wide now. Overton on the outside still has it.
Putnam hanging
down.
tough on the bottom. Winger is in trouble. Contact between Putnam and Winger.
Take a look at the replay here of what happened with Ashton Winger. Just kind of squeezing together. We talked about that earlier. You know, one car could be all the way up on the top, one driver could be all the way on the bottom, and they'll meet right there at the center coming to the line. And that's kind of what happened right there. Putnam and Winger just up into the wall, and a lot of broken stuff on that 12 car. 26 down, 14 to go. The 40-lap main event approaching the Earnhardt Technology start zone. Mining Construction, green flag is back out. Overton on the gas, but here comes Ethan Dotson. He got a great run on the outside. He'll challenge for the race lead now down the back straightaway.
And he's still digging hard up on the outside. Brandon Overton will slide up in front of him as Dotson will cross over. Can't make it work down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Top 3 drivers up on the high side. Joseph Joyner in the middle.
Just about 3 wide momentarily right there for third. Cade Loudy trying to get back into the top 5. Here comes Joyner with a slider on Putnam for third. Joyner trying to get himself up into the podium right now. As now Mitchell trying to slide it in there as well. 3 wide for third. On the bottom of the speedway, Putnam hanging on. Mitchell will have the advantage over Joyner.
Brandon Overton leads the field off of turn 4. He's trying to pull away now as we are down to 10 laps to go. Coming up this time by, working lap number 30.
How about Jimmy Owens from 24th up to position number 8 right now in the 20 machine. Trey Mills back there in the 12 car. He's broached his way to the top 5 in the Ashton Winger backup car. But they're all chasing Big Sexy. Brandon Overton around the speedway right now. It'll be 9 laps to go this time for Brandon Overton in the 76 car.
Brandon Overton crosses the stripe with a .931 second lead over Ethan Dotson with Josh Putnam third. Zach Mitchell fourth. Joseph Joyner in fifth. Putnam in the wall up in turn 2.
Yeah, he'll lose quite a few positions from that outside of the top 5 right now, battling with Cade Loudy in the 126 car. Those 2 drivers were battling for the lead early on, now find themselves battling for top 5 as Putnam on the outside of the top 5 now. As meanwhile, up front, Brandon Overton still showing the way. Dotson is there. Now Zach Mitchell up to third.
And it's Dotson slowly closing in on the race leader. He's just a couple of car lengths behind him. They'll both run the high side through 3 and 4. Here they come as we are closing in the final laps of this race. Working lap 35. It'll be 5 to go next time by. Caution flag coming out.
Caution out. I do believe that's Sam Seawright in the 16 car facing the hill over there in turn number 3 and 4. The Earnhardt Technology start zone. 34 down, 6 remaining. Mining Construction, green flag is back out. Brandon Overton, I'm back on the gas.
They dive into turn number 1. Joyner trying to slide up somewhere, but he can't make the move on Dotson. But we got trouble in turn number 1. It's a replay going into turn number 1. And I think things will get crowded in a hurry down there. Everybody trying to get the same piece of real estate.
Yeah, all kinds of contact right there with Loudy, Trey Mills.
Trey Mills in there.
And Loudy was super slow coming to the green flag, and everybody behind him just kind of bunched up, nowhere to go, and getting ready to come back to the Mining Construction green flag. Green flag is back out. We are back underway. 34 down, 6 remaining. Joyner going to try to throw the slider for the lead in turn 1 and 2.
Again, he runs out of real estate, but he makes it work for second. Ethan Dotson in the wall, coming off at 2. Joyner throws the slider in 3.
Joseph Joyner with the lead, throwing the slider for the lead. Overton crosses him back over, just about 3 wide. Here comes Dalton Cook in the 44D.
Where did he come from?
Remaining. Cook to the lead down the back straightaway.
Oh, this one is far from over as Joyner sliding up in front of Overton down the front straightaway. Look at Jimmy Owens in the 20 car. Took a provisional to get in the show. He's going to move up to second down the back straightaway.
3 laps to go this time for Dalton Cook in the 44D. They're side by side for second. Jimmy Owens from 24th to 3rd looking for more. Joseph Joyner. Owens trying to run down Dalton Cook. It'll be 2 to go at the line.
The O Show has come to the House of Hook. Here he comes off of turn 4, trying to move underneath Joseph Joyner for second. They're both trying to chase down Dalton Cook in the 44D. Dalton Cook down the back straightaway into turn 3. Laps winding down as they race off the 4.
White flag is out. Dalton Cook started 9th in the main event, has worked his way up to the lead. Working down the back straightaway for the final time. Owens pull alongside Joyner down the back straightaway. But at a turn number 4, 9th to 1st, Dalton Cook will pick up $8,000 here at Whynot. Joseph Joyner second, Jimmy Owens 24th to 3rd. Zach Mitchell 4th, and B.J. Robinson rounds out the top 5. Absolute unbelievable main event. 8 spots for Dalton Cook to pick up the win out of nowhere.
Dalton, let's get a word over here, man. Where did you come from?
I don't know. All I say is, racing all these guys, man, World Outlaws last week, it's like racing with a bunch of sharks, I mean, it's blood in the water. They jump on you, and, sometimes, being a shark, you just about to be lurking around and waiting on something to kind of unfold. And, I mean, really, I just kind of seen a pattern with some of the racers' lines and what some things were going on. And I kept trying to pinch around the Ute tires a little too much, and I knew I had to start floating out. And I found some brown in some different ways and made it a real big circle. And, man, the opportunity presented itself, and I got this thing about as wide as we can go.
What did you feel in this 44D that was so good, especially as the race went on?
Man, I mean, I ain't going to lie. Like, I was just riding and just picking off, just trying to make a good points night. And I'll be honest with you, I made a boo-boo, and, Zach got by me, and I thought that was that mistake that really set me behind the change, where I want to be doing. And, man, the car just stayed good. I didn't really ever zing the tires. I just kept them humming. And usually at the end of the show, them tires, they ready to go, and they still got a little something to them, and they just did me a favor.
I feel like, you've knocked out some really good finishes through the early parts of this season, but you've kind of been slept on. You haven't really gotten the talks that some of these other guys have. Standing on the main stage now, what does this mean to you and your team?
Oh, it means a lot. Josh, I said it before, he's big difference maker, and just let me do the small things and what I want to do. He thinks like I do, and everything is, 1A, 1B, and then I got little Aiden over there. He's in training. He's going to try to boost up a little bit, and, it's just team effort. That's what it takes, and, hopefully we might get a top 25 vote this week. I know we little peons over here, but it'd be nice.
Who all do you want to thank before we're done here?
First off, I want a big thank 44 companies. They're the whole reason I'm in a rocket to begin with. New Point Lighting and Design, Riverside Window and Door Company, 3 trade consultants. My dad, Cook Keaton and Air, Mr. TMT Utilities. I'm starting to build some shocks. If y'all want some shocks, I kind of know what I'm doing a little bit. So I appreciate all the income and financial support in that department. If you need some stickers, want to look good, just holler at me on that too. We do what we can do.
Ladies and gentlemen, your feature winner, Juicy Dalton Cook. Now going to pick up a word with second place finisher Joseph Joyner. Joey, man, you had a pretty good run tonight.
Yeah, man, it's really good for us. We've been hit and miss here a little bit, but I think we're on to some things here. TC's got the Capital rolling pretty good, so hats off to him and everybody there at Capital Race Cars building a good car, and TC tuning on it. Dusty and Tucker, everybody's working really hard, and I thought, after the heat race there, I gave one away to Ashton there on the restart. They were one to go, and took us from winning a heat, but we was able to rebound there a little bit and come home second. So we'll take that. We're pumped, man. We hadn't run this good in quite a while. So if we can just keep this consistency going and stay up front here, we'll be all smiles, I'll tell you. So just hats off the whole crew there, though. They do a really good job and work really hard, and I'd be nothing without them. My wife there at home with the kids, without her, I wouldn't be nothing either. So thanks for her support and letting me be up and down the road like I am and going all the time. And my mom and dad are here. My mom worked her butt off in the merch trailer tonight. I hope everybody went and seen her and got some merchandise there tonight. Jonathan and Joshua and everybody there that helps us out, and everybody on Hunt the Front on YouTube, and everybody that supports us there, and Kubota Genuine Parts there, Kubota Tractor, a Base Racing Fuel, Trading Paints, NRC Oil Pumps, Hickman Fuel Pumps. It's all of our great product sponsors, Schoenfeld Headers. We couldn't do it without everyone that supports us, and we're glad to be here, and all the glory goes to God. We appreciate y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, your second place finisher, the Flying Floridian, Joseph Joyner. Standing here with third place finisher, Jimmy Owens. Jimmy, hard charger tonight, man. What a run for you after getting a provisional.
Yeah, we've been struggling. Had a few issues with the car all night long, and finally got it cleared up. Got it things rolling a whole lot better, and luckily we was far enough up to get a provisional and everything, and capitalized from that daggone start. I mean, we was able to move up all night long, and I just got to thank Bobby Kohler for keeping me in good equipment, and just thank my crew and everybody for just being a part of what we do.
After this one here, you think you got some momentum going into Talladega and rest of the schedule?
I sure hope so. We're just kind of up and down. We just got to get a little bit better plateau there and start running a little more consistent in what we've been doing, and but I think we're on the head that way.
Ladies and gentlemen, your hard charger and third place finisher tonight, the Newport Nightmare, Jimmy Owens.